Hey YouTube, I just felt like doing a video today and everything while I wait on my ride. I have on my Whitney Houston shirt with my Aaliyah earrings. I have on two different artists. I feel extra cute, and plus, I like them both. I was more of a Lil fan. I have to admit, I was more of a Lil fan because her and I was the same age and everything. I really didn't start loving Whitney Houston until like after she died and everything. Um, I don't know why I was caught up in her crack era. Like I looked down on her at the time. I'm not here to bash her or anything like that, but I look at her videos and stuff. She was a very put together woman and everything, but I just wasn't a Whitney Houston fan at the time, and I just really don't know why at the time I wasn't, but. She got some hella vocals, and then I would watch her movies. I don't know if it was because she was older than me, she closer to my mom age or whatever. But then Janet older than me, and I love Janet. Mm. But anyway, I just really wasn't a Whitney Houston fan, but I like her now or whatever. But anyway, anybody that follow me know I ramble before I get to what the fuck I'm gonna talk about, and I just want to mention I had on a Whitney Houston shirt with my Aaliyah earrings, and this is not what this video is gonna be about, not at all. And for some reason, I'm drawn to talk about her. Like, I don't know why at that time I didn't like Whitney Houston. I won't say I didn't like her because I don't know her. I had to be careful with the words I use and everything because people just throw words out there. Just like Angie Stone. I really wasn't an Angie Stone fan. I'm still not an Angie Stone fan. I feel sorry for what happened. I think truly, truly deep in my heart, I feel like it was just a freak accident. And I'm not saying I'm the queen of accidents, but I done been in my fair share of accidents. And an accident, you never know how it's gonna lead. I don't feel like the music industry was after her. And I guess this conversation is just gonna lead into whatever the hell it's gonna lead into. And I get to what I was gonna talk about later. But um people like Messy Sweet Spot, and I love Messy Sweet Spot. I do watch her, but I think she overdo talking about Angie and stuff like that. Um in one of her videos she said that somebody was threatening her. And if I was the family member of Angie, I would get tired of her keep constantly talking about my family member being dead or saying that someone had something to do with it. I really truly deeply in my heart think it was just an accident. You never know how accident gonna happen. You can fall right now. You don't know if you're gonna break your leg or sprain your leg or get back up like nothing never happened. That's what an accident is. You never know what's gonna happen. When I got in my accident last year and I got smushed between two cars, most people probably would have died. Um, I'm lucky to be alive. I thank God. I couldn't walk for a whole 2 days, and thank God I can walk. I couldn't bend my leg fully for 6 months. I can bend it, but I can't bend it for long periods of time. That accident did something to me, so you just never know what you're gonna get with an accident. Um, I tell you this, I don't want to get into more accidents, even though the accidents I got into, I never planned them. But I tell you this, if you get an accident and it's just minor or whatever, get your money or either get it through the insurance company. Don't don't put no lawyers involved. But if you really hurt, I'm telling you, if you really hurt, I'm gonna say it's no benefit in it because okay, like sometimes when people get hit or whatever, they don't be hurt that bad, but they'll get a lawyer involved to get more money. That's the only time you get a benefit because you really not hurt. You're not hurt that bad, but you're gonna get a big payout. If you really do get hurt, you get the same big payout if you wasn't hurt. So don't think because you hurt more or you're in pain more that you're gonna get more money. Cause in the back of their mind, they think that you're lying anyway. And I got treated as if I was lying. And I got treated as if I wasn't hurt for real when I know in my heart that I was really hurt or whatever. my lawyers and my chiropractors still try to get more money than me. I had to fight. They tried to throw out me some low random amount of money or whatever. I guess I'm gonna name this video just ranting. Yeah, because at this point I'm just ranting. I'm just talking and I'm just motherfucking ranting. But what I was gonna talk about before I start ranting about my shirt and about my Leah earrings and about Angie Stone and stuff like that, before I start ranting and before I got on the conversation about the car accident and everything, I was gonna get up on here and I was gonna talk about sea creatures and stuff like that, jellyfishes, jellyfish. I said jellyfishes. I don't even think that's a word, but jellyfish. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not a scientist or anything like that. I'm just gonna put this out there. Um, so after today, after April 17th, if anybody come up with this idea, I know they got it from me. I can't sue you, so hey, you can say you came up with it on your own, or you made it up on your own, or you were thinking of that. But anyway, jellyfish, they have the ability to live longer than humans. And not only do they have the ability to live longer than humans, once they get a certain age, if the fish feel like he too old or she too old or whatever, a fish can turn back their age. Just like you can get a car and if it get too many miles on it, you can turn it back to make it seem like it don't have no many miles on it. I feel they should do studies on a jellyfish and actually try to come up with either a makeup that will turn back the hands of time and take a 60-year-old, a 70-year-old, and make them look 20 again instead of getting face surgery or facelift. Now, I know if someone can do this, the makeup would be hella expensive. Come on, think about it. You 80 years old, you put on some makeup, and all of a sudden you look 25 again. And you don't have to get a facelift or go up under that knife. You just put some makeup on. And I feel like this stuff could be possible because people claiming to see aliens in the sky. Not saying that they didn't or anything, but in 2025, we in the world, shit can happen. Technology can happen with all this AI and stuff like that. But I feel like they should study these fish that can turn back the hands of time, a jellyfish. Not only should they study it and where they can like put it in makeup or find some way to put it in makeup to make people look younger, it should be a pill you can be able to take and you can go back to being 21 again, or you can just turn back the hands of time. And I know this sounds totally fictional, or you probably thinking, oh, this girl back shit crazy, she done lost her motherfucking mind. But this is stuff that that I think about, and I'm not drunk right now. I'm not high right now, but a jellyfish can actually turn back their age. And I was just thinking with all these so-called smart motherfuckers out there. And no, it's just a thought. It's just a theory. I don't have the ability to do it or whatever. If I did, hell, I'd be working on it or whatever. Because like people like myself, I'll be 46 in August. I'm not ashamed of my age. Everybody got a birthday. So I don't want nobody to get up on here and try to age shame me or like, oh bitch, you old. You keep living. You're gonna get my age too. Okay. But like people like myself, I grew up in the hood. And I'm not trying to like tell a sad story or anything like that, but it ties in what I'm about to get to about the jellyfish. I was raised up in the hood. I was around a lot of single moms. My mom, she married my stepdad, so she wasn't a single mom. My grandmother, I think she was married 2 or 3 times. I'm not for sure, but she ended up being a single mom. Anyway, I grew up in the projects. I grew up around a lot of single moms, a lot of single parents. It wasn't like a father figure in the home or in the house. I myself wanted to grow up and be better than that. I wanted to do things the proper way. I didn't want to bring a baby in this world unless I was married and walk down the aisle and do things the proper way. A lot of women had their babies first, then get married. You very rarely hear of a black woman getting married first and then having a baby. Now, like Beyonce, a lot of people hate her. They won't admit it, but a lot of people hate her because she on her A game. She got married first, then had the babies. And a lot of people are jealous of that. You wouldn't think they'll be jealous of that, but a lot of people hate her for that reason. Oh, she thinks she's perfect. Oh, her life is so perfect. And they be talking about Jay-Z and all that. But a lot of people hate her because she did things the right way. Even Sierra, and I'm not down at her. She had a baby first, then got married. She didn't get married first and then had the baby. So a lot of people hate Beyonce for that reason because she did it in the proper manner, the proper way. She came from a two-parent home, mother and father, and she grew up. She did it the right way, and then her music career it took off. It's dynamite or whatever, and people hate her for that. So ties into everything. I think I'm talking about gonna go back to the jellyfish. Now I'm at the age where I can't have kids, but I still feel young and I still feel freaking vibrant. I wish that they can tap into like this jellyfish because it can, make itself younger and everything. You figure out a pill form to put this in, and you have like a real life fountain of youth. They throw words out there like fountain of youth or rewind in time, but these words come from somewhere. Somebody, I may not have the ability to do this or actually go back. And then those of you that's listening to me, like, oh, she's onto something. Oh, she crazy. But I wish they had like a pill form you can take and be 25. And you can keep going back until you meet that special someone. And then let's say you 25, but really you 65 or whatever. And then you might can find somebody if I'm just throwing out a theory. And then let's say, no woman wanna be childless. Every woman wanna, have a son or a daughter or somebody that look like her. Like people say I'm little Diane. That's my mom name. And then people that got kids like, Beyonce, they look at Blue Ivy and say, oh, that's a little Beyonce, for example. I'm just using her for example, my mom for example. But, I would never get that opportunity to say, oh, that's a little Chevette. And like with my brother, like with men, they different. They can like get younger women, they can make babies and whatever. But like with my brother, his son, they said, oh, that go a little Alton right there, He have his legacy. He has somebody that look like him or whatever. I don't have that. So that's why it ties into back to the jellyfish. I found out jellyfish, they can rewind they age back. They can live for a very long time. And that would be so fucking freaking cool. Now, I don't want to live forever because you would be bored on this fucking earth if you could live forever. But if you can just turn back the hands of time with a pill and, have a few kids, watch your kids grow and shit like that. Now, if they did come out with a pill like that, it would have to like I guess limited use. Like you can get up to like 3 pills. Now, like let's say it take you back to 25. So okay, that'll be like a long time to live or whatever. Like, but not at one time. Like get 3 pills at one time, but like if you could get like a pill that can turn back the hands of time, like that would be so fucking freaking cool. But it's just a theory that I threw out there. It was an idea, a thought, or whatever, because I was thinking about jellyfish and I was watching something online and they were talking about how jellyfish they can turn back their age. I'm like, damn, that's super cool. With all this technology, nobody figured out how to turn back their age without going up under the knife. Like, wow. So anyway, I've been talking for 14 minutes and 50 seconds. about, I guess you could call it silly, but it's just a thought. It's just an idea, a theory, or whatever. But if you like my video and you've been fucking with me this whole time I've been on here, and you like my silly idea, my silly motherfucking thought, if you like it or whatever, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And don't tell me your motherfucking common sense, the lost of fucking common sense. It's just an idea. It's just a thought. It's just something that, enter my mind. Everybody have thoughts and ideas. That's how people discover things and everything. But if you like my video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and help my motherfucking channel grow. YouTube is not motherfucking YouTubing. And I want to get on here and I want to talk about stuff that happened in everyday life, stuff that's going on with me, and my silly thoughts and ideas. Might sound strange, but my silly thoughts and ideas, and that's what I do on my channel because it's my channel, whatever. But please help my channel grow. You can cash out me at sflawlessj1, and you can donate me $1, $5, $10, anything you want. So I am out, and I hope you like and enjoy this video. Bye.